Hi guys! Hello and how are you? Welcome to our another lesson in Homeroom Guidance. And this time we are now at quarter 2. And this time we are going to have our module 4. And this is about my responsible decision. So being an adolescent, you are facing a lot of things and you are asked to decide on certain things about your life, especially in your day-to-day living. So bilang mga nagdadalaga at nagbibinata, marami na kayong mga kinakaharap ng mga sitwasyon na nangangailangan ng wastong desisyon. At ngayong araw ay pag-aaralan natin kung paano ba kayo makakabuo no o makakapunta at makakahantong sa isang wastong desisyon. At hindi lang basta desisyon, no? Kumbaga wasto at tama, no? Wise decision. At ngayon nga ay tatalakayin natin ang mga hakbang kung paano ba tayo magkakaroon ng tamang desisyon upang sa huli ay hindi natin pagsisihan. For our learning objectives, at the end of this module, you are expected to identify the procedures or steps in decision making, identify the factors that affect decision making, explain the importance of procedures in decision making, exercise personal experiences in decision making, and appreciate effective personal decision making. Pagkatapos ng module na ito, ikaw ay inaasahan na matukoy ang mga hakbang sa pagbuo ng isang desisyon. Matukoy mo ang mga factors o yung mga bagay-bagay na maaring makaapekto sa pagbuo mo ng desisyon. Gayon din, maipaliwanag mo ang kahalagahan ng pagsunod sa mga hakbang upang makabuo ng desisyon. Maiangkop mo o maisama mo ang iyong mga karanasan sa pagbuo ng isang desisyon o magamit mo ang iyong mga karanasan sa pagbuo ng isang desisyon at mapahalagahan mo no yung mga epektibo no na mga pamamaraan sa pagbuo ng isang desisyon. Okay. This module is designed to help you make better decisions in your daily school activities. It also helps develop skills that contribute to the achievement of your goals. It provides proper procedure toward responsible decision making and helps you evaluate experiences toward achieving the common good. Ang module na ito ay ginawa para makatulong sa iyo kung paano magkaroon o kung paano magdesisyon sa iyong pang-araw-araw na buhay, no? Partikular sa iyong mga gawain sa paaralan o yung mga activities mo sa inyong paaralan. Nakakatulong din ito upang mapaunlad ang iyong kakayahan, no? Upang matulungan ka sa pag-abot ng iyong mga pangarap. Ano ba yung mga pangarap mo sa buhay, no? Sa pamamagitan ng module na ito ay matutulungan ka na unti-unti no sa pagkakataon sa pamamaraan ng pagbuo ng desisyon kung paano mo maabot ang iyong mga pangarap. At ito rin ay nagbibigay sa atin no tumutulong din o tutulong din ang module na ito upang bigyan ka ng mga hakbang no kung paano ba yung wasto at responsableng pagbuo ng isang desisyon at tulungan ka na tingnan ang iyong mga sariling karanasan, no? Yung mga naging nakaraang desisyon mo sa buhay, no? Tingnan mo ito at kumbaga isipin mo muli, no? I-evaluate mo yung iyong sarili o suriin mo yung iyong mga naging desisyon sa nakaraan kung ito ba ay tama at nakabubuti sa nakararami. The primary school years bring about many challenges, especially between you and your parents. This is because parents tend to focus on safety and academic and personal growth, while you may often care more about how you are perceived by your peers. Practicing social skills can help you better understand the details of social interactions and provide you with the confidence to apply them. Okay, so yung ating mga pag-aaral, no, yung simula ng ating pag-aaral, lalo na yung itong mga ganitong critical na panahon, no, grade 6, na papunta ka na sa high school. Ito yung nagkakaroon na ng minsan no hindi pagkakaunawaan sa pagitan mo at ng iyong magulang Dahil ang magulang natin, ang tanging nais nila ay yung ating kaligtasan at kung paano tayo makaka-excel, no? Paano natin mapaghuhusay pa yung ating pag-aaral at kung paano tayo lalaki ng isang mabuting tao. Samantalang tayo dahil nagdadalaga na kayo at nagbibinata, ang iniisip na natin kung paano kaya no yung um, ano yung magiging tingin sa atin ng ibang tao. No, yun yung parang mas mahalaga na sa atin dahil natututo na tayong pumorma, natututo ka ng magdesisyon kung ano yung mga gusto mong estilo ng damit, style ng buhok mo, dahil ang iniisip mo na yung paano ba yung magiging itsura mo o dating mo, no? Paano ka ba titingnan ng ibang tao. Kaya dito nagkakaroon ng kaunting conflict of interest, no? Dahil nga ang mga magulang natin, syempre, ang gusto nila, mag-focus tayo sa ating pag-aaral. Pero tayo, mas parang pinapahalagahan na natin yung pakikipagkapwa na natin, no? Yung unti-unti na tayong lumalabas, no, sa ating mga shell, no? Natututo na tayo magdesisyon para sa ating mga sarili. Okay, at sabi nga dito, practicing social skills can help you better understand the details of social interaction. Kumbaga, syempre kapag confident tayo sa ating sarili, mas confident tayong humarap sa ibang tao. Let's try this. So, if you are going to have the power to create a law in the country, what would it be and why? Answer it by making a poster using a short bond paper and coloring materials. At the back of the paper, write your answers to the processing question. So, kung bibigyan ka ng kapangyarihan na bumuo ng isang batas sa ating bansa, ano kaya ito at bakit ito ang iyong gagawin? So, bumuo ka ng poster gamit ang short bond paper at ng mga kagamitang pangkulay. At sa likod ng papel, iyong sagutan ang ating mga katanungan. Okay, so kung ako ang iyong tatanungin, so this is my personal answer, no? Alam ko naman kaya nyo pang bumuo ng mas mahuhusay pang sagot. Pero ito lang yung halimbawa ng aking sagot, no? Strict implementation of anti-littering law and conservation of the environment, no? Yung striktong pag-implementa ng yung pagtatapon man lang ng basura sa paligid at yung pagprotekta sa ating kalikasan. Bakit ko naisip to? So climate change is really alarming, especially with the reports of what will happen in the year 2050. If we don't take any action in conserving our environment, a lot of cities and places will submerge underwater if the temperature of the earth continues to rise. So napakalaking issue ng climate change dahil may mga lumabas na mga pag-aaral na kapag hindi natin nakontrol ang patuloy na pagtaas ng temperatura ng ating mundo, tuluyang matutunaw ang mga yelo, no? At ang magiging resulta nito ay ang pagtaas ng level ng tubig sa mga karagatan. At isa sa mga magiging resulta nito ay ang paglubog ng iba't ibang mga lugar. No, hindi lang sa ating bansa, kung hindi sa buong mundo. So hindi na ito matagal, no? 2021 na tayo, approaching 2022. So more or less than 30 years na lang ang bibilangin. Aantayin pa ba natin yon? So kailangan gumawa tayo ng paraan para matigil, no? Dahil kumbaga kapag hindi tayo gumawa ng paraan at patuloy tayo sa paglapastangan sa ating kalikasan, mawawalan tayo ng tirahan. Tandaan natin, wala pang planeta na maaari nating na kung saan nadidiscover nila na may buhay. Tanging yung ating mundo lamang. Kaya kung hindi natin ito iingatan, mababaliwala lahat ng mga pinagsusumikapan natin kung mawawalan tayo ng lugar na matitirahan. Okay, ating sagutan naman yung ating mga processing questions. What did you consider in making the law? I consider our situation and habitat for the next 30 years. What will happen to us if the temperature of the earth continues to rise because of climate change? Where will we live? Are we going to survive if a lot of the cities, not just in our country, but around the world, will submerge underwater? So ano ba yung ikinonsidera ko sa paggawa ng batas na ito? Actually, common itong batas na to, no? Meron na talagang existing na ganitong batas. Pero ang iniisip ko ay, ano nga ba? Paano nga ba yung ating titirahan sa loob o sa susunod na 30 taon? Anong mangyayari sa atin kung patuloy na tataas ang temperatura ng mundo at patuloy na iinit, no, yung ating kapaligiran, no? 'Di ba? Napapansin natin nagbabago na yung trend. Wala na yung mga talagang minsan kahit hindi naman panahon ng tag-ulan na umuulan at bumabagyo ng malakas. Kahit panahon naman ng o kaya halimbawa panahon ng tag-init pero umuulan ng malakas. Panahon ng tag-ulan pero napakainit. Nagbabago na. Yun talaga yung ating panahon. So saan tayo titira? Makakasurvive ba tayo? No, halimbawa, may lumubog na isang bayan. Paano yun na yung libo-libo ng mga mamamayan na nakatira doon? Saan sila pupunta? No? At hindi lang dito sa ating bansa, maging sa ibang bansa. What would happen in this country if the law will be implemented? So ano ba yung posibleng pwedeng mangyari kapag na-implement o ipinatupad yung batas? So by starting small, by simply implementing strictly the law, at least is that we can lessen the cities or places that will submerge underwater, or the government can do something to prevent this from occurring. So ibig sabihin, no, kahit yung maliliit na bagay, simulan natin sa maliliit na bagay. No, kapag lahat tayo ay gumawa ng paraan para mailigtas, no, yung ating kalikasan, yung ating mundo, hindi man maaring mabawasan, no, mabawasan yung mga lugar na maaring lumubog dahil sa tindi ng init ng ating kapaligiran. Okay. Were you able to weigh the pros and cons of the law? Please explain. So, ang ibig niyang sabihin dito, nakita ba natin yung mga positibo at negatibong epekto ng batas kung sakaling ito man ay maisabatas? So, there will be a lot of pros and cons. There will be a lot of pros than cons because all of us will benefit if we really act on preserving and conserving our environment. Everyone should act because this is the only place and planet that we can live. Every small act will make a difference, especially if the government will make tremendous action in doing their part in protecting our environment. Okay, so mas malaki talaga, no, yung mga positibong bagay na may dudulot kapag ito ay isinagawa natin. Bakit? Dahil lahat tayo ay dito nakatira, no? Bawat maliit na bagay na ating gawin ay kapag pinagsama-sama ay malaking bagay upang maisalba ang ating kapaligiran at kalikasan. Okay, let's explore this. So, on a separate sheet of paper, draw a tree just like one presented here. So, mag-drawing ng isang puno katulad ng inyong nakikita. So, ito yung halimbawa. No, may mga bilang tayo dito. So, ano ba yung nire-represent ng mga number na ito? Number 1, what is the problem? Okay, 2 and 3, what are the choices you have? 4 and 6, what are the positive outcomes? Kaya may positive yung 4 and 6. Or consequences of your choices. And 5 and 7, what are the negative consequences of your choices? And this is what you are going to do. Decide on the one common problem that you have encountered as a learner. The problem might be in school, at home, or in the community. For example, you're having a difficult time understanding your lessons in your modules. So fill in the boxes to be able to come up with the solution. Yung numbers kanina, no? Asking. So ito yung some of the option. Asking help from my parents, try to communicate with my teacher, or watch educational TV shows like DepEd TV to help me understand my lessons. And then write it down on the boxes of the chart following the assigned numbers. In this activity, we'll try to make a decision and come up with the best solution to solve the problem using the decision-making tree chart. After narrowing down your choices, give at least 3 best solutions for the problem. Write this down on 3 separate circles in the trunk of the tree. An example has been provided as your guide, and then answer the processing questions after. So, yung kaninang pinakita ko sa inyong picture ng puno, yun ang inyong gagayahin. So, we have here a sample, no, kung paano. Hindi na ako nag-drawing ng puno, but andito yung pwede nyo na mailagay, no? So, number one is what is the problem? So, having difficulty understanding my lessons in my module. And then, 2 and 3, what are the choices you have? So, ano ba yung options na pwede? So, number 2, ask help from my parents. And then, watch educational TV shows like DepEd TV, no? Which offers, no? Teachers talaga yung nag-explain ng lesson. And then, for numbers 4 and 6, what are the positive outcomes or consequence of these choices? So, if you ask help from your parents, ano ba yung possible and positive consequence? So, learning from my parents also gave us quality time together, no? Nagkakaroon ng bonding between the parents and the child dahil nagtuturo si mama at si papa sa kanyang anak. And at the same time, no, mas nagkakaroon ng closer bond, no, kahit pa busy. So, kasi yun yung negative na consequence, yung cons, no? Okay, anuhan natin yan mamaya, balikan. And then, for number 5, ito yung negative. They are busy and sometimes can find time to help me because of work. So, dahil working si mama at si papa, no, si mami at si daddy, si nanay at si tatay, hindi nila mahanapan ng oras na turuan yung kanilang mga anak. Maaari din na, syempre, halimbawa, medyo komplikado na yung lesson, no, hindi na maituro, no, ng maayos dahil hindi rin naman lahat, no, nauunawaan. Minsan, pag may mga terms na mahirap, hindi ma-explain. So, yun yung negative na yun yung cons, no, ng negative consequence ng iyong choice. Okay, so for number 6, I get to understand my lessons directly from teachers while watching at home. So, nakakapanood ka, no, nanonood ka ng DepEd TV or other TV programs na swak doon sa lesson mo na naunawaan mo, no, at the same time nag-enjoy ka pa dahil nasa bahay ka lang. But then, ano yung negative? Ano yung negative side? So, bihira, no? Sometimes, so, it takes time before the topic gets aired on TV because they have to cater to all students. So, for example, si DepEd TV, alam naman natin, they will cater from kindergarten to senior high school and sometimes ALS pa. So sobrang dami, no? Minsan, it takes time para ma-air lahat. And of course, alam naman natin na dire-diretso yung ating klase, no? And hindi naman din ganun kadali gumawa. So, yun yung isa sa mga cons na nakikita natin. But then, on the positive note, no, aside from the DepEd TV, they also have their pages in Facebook. So, nasa social media platforms na sila. So, kung ano yung possible na pwede mong nasa YouTube din sila. So, ano yung mga possible ways na pwede mo silang ma-reach? So, nandun naman sila. Yun nga lang, sometimes, no, medyo nalilate yung pag-i-ere at natatapos na yung klase nyo. So, yun lang yung isa sa mga consequence. Okay, so ito yung example natin. So, ano sa tingin mo, no? Ano ba yung decision mo na pwedeng gawin? So, is it hihingi ka ng help sa parents mo or manunod ka na lang ng DepEd TV? So, you have to decide on that. Okay, so what do you notice with your answers? So I was able to think well of different options and come up with the best possible solution or possible answer. How is the tree chart helpful to you? It helped me think carefully and critically before coming up with a decision. Bakit? Hindi ka lang basta nag-isip ng isang option, no? 2 at 3 option ang maaari mong pagpilian. Hindi ka lang basta nag-decide na i-chat ko na lang si teacher. Hingi na lang ako ng tulong kay mama. Manonood na lang ako. Why? Kasi ito yung mga nag-isip ka pa, no? Ano ba yung mga posibleng mangyari? Ano ba yung mga posibleng scenario kapag humingi ako ng tulong kay mama at papa, kapag nag-chat ako kay teacher, kapag nanood ako ng TV, no? Educational TV programs, at kapag binasa ko lang ng sarili, inintindi ko lang ng sarili yung module. Okay, so nag-iisip ka ngayon kung ano ba yung pinakamaganda mong gawin. So why is it important to understand well any decision that you make? So of course, to have no regret in the end. Sino bang gusto na magsisi sa huli, di ba? And to come up with the right decision in the end. So lahat, no, bago tayo magdesisyon, kailangan nauunawaan natin yung mga bagay-bagay, lalo na, no, kapag ang pagdedesisyonan mo na ay malaking bagay na, no, kumbaga may kinalaman na sa buhay mo, makakaapekto sa buhay mo. So ayaw nating dumating sa punto na pagsisihan mo ang iyong naging desisyon sa huli. Okay, keep in mind, so we have steps in decision making. You make decisions every day. However, many of the decisions you see and experience may not have been carefully thought of. You need to understand that the use of these skills will allow you to sort through problems, brainstorm options, analyze the positive and negative outcomes, and then implement and reflect on the choices you make. So, tayo, no, sa pang-araw-araw nating buhay, gumagawa tayo ng desisyon mula sa pagpili kung anong ulam ang kakainin mo, mula sa pagpili kung anong damit ang isusuot mo, anong ititerno mong sapatos o anong ititerno mong tsinelas. Maliliit lang itong mga bagay, pero tayo ay nagdedesisyon na sa araw-araw nating pamumuhay. At madalas, marami sa mga ating nagiging desisyon, no, ay hindi natin pinag-iisipan. Di ba? Basta na lang tayo minsan nagdedesisyon. Ay, hindi, ito na lang. Bahala na. So, hindi na tayo nag-iisip pa, no? Hindi natin pinag-iisipang mabuti. Pero, kailangan nating maunawaan na ang paggamit, no, sa kasanayang ito ay makakatulong sa atin, lalo na sa pagtingin, no, upang malagpasan natin yung mga problema, no, ma-analisa, no, o masuri natin yung ating problema. Magkaroon tayo ng mga options na pwede nating pagpilian at masuri yung mga positibo at negatibo. Tingnan natin yung positive effect and then negative effect. Ano bang pwedeng mangyari, no? Tingnan natin. Think ahead of the outcome. Ano ba yung maaring kahinatnan kapag option 1 ang pinili ko? Ano magiging kahinatnan kapag option 2 ang pinili ko? At ano ba yung kalalabasan kapag option 3 naman ang pinili ko? And then, pwede ka nang mag-reflect, no? Magnilay-nilay sa mga ginawa mong desisyon. So, kapag ganito yung ginawa mo, most likely, you will end up with the best decision. Hindi ka lang bastang nagdesisyon na ito ang gagawin mo dahil ito ay iyong pinag-isipang mabuti. When applied to health issues, this process gives you the ability to make decisions individually or collaboratively to improve your quality of life. There are 5 basic steps in decision making. Be specific about the decision to be made, check your options, assess your capacity to decide, make the decision, and describe the outcome of the decision. Okay, so kapag may kinalaman na sa kalusugan, no, ang paggamit, no, sa mga proseso o hakbang na ito ay nagbibigay sa atin ng abilidad na magdesisyon, no, para sa ating sarili o paaring magdesisyon tayo bilang isang pamilya, no? Kumbaga kapag ang nakasalalay na ay ating kalusugan, no, kailangan kumonsulta na tayo sa mga eksperto, lalo na ngayong panahon ng pandemya, no? Ang issue ng ating kaligtasan at ng ating kalusugan ang nakasalalay, kaya kailangan maging maingat tayo sa ating pagdedesisyon upang maprotektahan natin ang ating buhay, ang ating kalusugan, at para mas maging maganda pa yung kalidad ng ating buhay. Meron tayong 5, no, na mga hakbang sa pagbuo ng desisyon. No? Una, maging specific tayo o tiyak sa ating desisyon na gagawin. Sumunod, tingnan mo yung mga option mo, okay, yung mga choices mo. At tingnan yung kapasidad mo upang magdesisyon, no? I-assess mo, kaya mo ba to? O kailangan mo ng tulong mula sa iyong mga magulang o sa mga taong pinagkakatiwalaan mo. And then, make the decision. Ano yung naging decision mo? At ano ba yung kinahinatnan ng iyong decision? Okay, so magbigay tayo ng halimbawa sa mga hakbang na ito. Okay, step 1. Be specific about the decision to be made. Process. Identify a list of situations where a decision needs to be made. Okay, example. I am invited to a birthday party of my best friend in the middle of this pandemic. I asked permission from my parents but they won't allow me to go. What should I do? Okay, balikan natin si process, no? Decisions are made based on variety of factors, experience, knowledge, and emotions. Okay. So yung decision natin ay nakabatay sa napakaraming bagay, no? Nakakaapekto sa atin yung karanasan, yung ating kaalaman, at maging yung ating nararamdaman. Okay, so yun yung example natin, no? Inimbita ka sa birthday ng best friend mo. Kaso, pandemic pa. Anong gagawin mo? Dahil hindi ka pinayagan ng iyong magulang. Okay, so some decisions need to be made before the situation. For example, of course, washing your hands with the soap and water before eating. Parang automatic na yun. Hindi ba laging pinapaalala sa atin na maghugas tayo lagi ng kamay bago at pagkatapos kumain. And then important decisions should be made thoughtfully. O yung mga mahalagang desisyon, kailangan pinag-iisipang mabuti. Tingnan natin. Kasi dito yung halimbawa, no, nabanggit na natin kanina. I don't want to hurt my best friend for not attending her birthday party. Siyempre, ayaw natin masaktan yung ating kaibigan. Pero, I also don't want to disobey my parents because at my age, I'm not allowed to go out of our house during this pandemic. Okay, dahil nga, bukod sa ayaw mong masaktan ng iyong kaibigan, best friend mo yon dahil hindi ka makaka-attend ng birthday party. Pero, ayaw mo rin naman na sumuway sa iyong magulang dahil sa edad mo, hindi ka pa maaaring lumabas ng bahay dahil nasa panahon pa rin tayo ng pandemya. So, ano kaya yung naging desisyon niya? I will call my best friend and tell her honestly my decision of not going to her birthday party ahead of time. So, sasabihin na niya agad na hindi siya makakapunta para hindi na mag-expect yung kanyang kaibigan. Sigurado naman na mauunawaan ito ng kanyang best friend dahil hindi pa nga maaaring lumabas dahil tayo ay nasa gitna pa rin ng pandemya. Step 2, check your options. Okay, ano ba yung mga options? Sabi dito, make a list of all the possible options to consider in a situation. The following questions may help you guide your thinking. Is the option healthy or unhealthy? How does this option affect me? How does this option affect others? Okay, so from the possible options, tanungin mo, mas nakabubuti ba to o mas hindi to nakakabuti? No, paano ka ba maapektuhan ng desisyon na yan? No? At paano ba ito makakaapekto sa ibang tao? Okay, so ito yung example natin. So, based pa rin sa ating halimbawa kanina. Option 1, I could ask my best friend to talk to my parents about her birthday party. Outcomes positive, I get to understand that by going out of the house during this pandemic, I may be able to affect the health of my family as well as mine. Okay, so sabi nga, no, dahil hindi pa rin naman ligtas talaga. Hindi natin masabi dahil hindi naman natin nakikita ang virus. Maaring sabihin na, di ba yung iba, sobrang ang pag-iingat, nagkakaroon pa rin sila ng sakit. So, what more kung hindi pa tayo nag-iingat? At paano kung may mga kasama tayo sa bahay na mahina ang immune system? Maaring tayo pa ang magdala ng sakit sa ating bahay. Okay, so option 2, I can still attend her birthday party through virtual presence. Okay, pwede na yung virtual birthday party, di ba? Yung iba, pinapadala na lang yung pagkain, no? Kapag gusto talagang mag-share, pinapadala nila yung pagkain sa bahay ng kanilang mga friends just to celebrate their birthday. And my family and I are safe at home. Syempre, mas ligtas talaga tayo kung tayo ay nasa loob ng ating tahanan. Okay, so yun yung check your options. Step 3, assess your capacity to decide. After identifying the options and outcomes, distinguish between the decisions you can make by yourself and the decisions with which you need help. Or, syempre, bata pa naman kayo. Hindi pa lahat ng mga bagay ay kaya niyong pagdesisyonan. Ngayon, alin sa mga desisyon ang kaya niyo nang mag-decide na kayo lang at ihiwalay niyo ano ba yung mga option o mga desisyon na kailangan niyong sumangguni sa inyong mga magulang. At Consider the following questions. So, itanong mo to sa iyong sarili. Are you having trouble coming up with a healthy option? So, nahihirapan ka bang mag-come up sa mga magagandang option o yung mga wastong option? Is your safety or someone else safety at risk? O yung na kukompromiso ba yung kaligtasan mo at ang kaligtasan ng iba sa desisyon na iyon? Are you feeling uncomfortable with your options? So, hindi ka confident sa mga options na iyong ibinigay. So, based on the answer to these questions, do you need to ask a trusted adult or refer to another resource for help? So, kung nahihirapan ka sa pag-come up, no, sa pagbuo ng mga option na ito, baka pwede ka nang kumonsulta. No, maaari kang kumonsulta sa mga taong iyong kakatiwalaan. Halimbawa, yung iyong mga magulang. Okay. So, example, I feel safe and secure with the decision. Okay. So, pakiramdam mo, magaan yung loob mo sa ganitong desisyon. No, na nararamdaman mo, confident ka sa iyong decision. I can also feel comfortable with the healthy options that I have, my family with me at home and safe. So, mas mapapanatag ang loob mo kapag nasa loob lang kayo ng bahay. Okay, I can say that I made this decision on my own. Okay, so hindi niya na kailangan, no, ng tulong ng iba dahil alam niyang delikado pang lumabas at hindi pa pwedeng lumabas, ang desisyon niya ay magstay na lamang sa kanilang tahanan. Step 4, make a decision and follow through. You are now ready to make a decision based on your analysis of the positive and negative outcomes. So, example, I chose the option that is best and healthy both for my family and my best friend during this pandemic. So that is to stay at home na lang. To stay at home and not to attend the birthday party of her best friend. Okay. And then step 5, describe the outcome of the decision. Ano ba yung kinalabasan ng iyong desisyon? So, describe the outcome of the decision and determine if the outcome was positive or negative for others and yourself. Nakabuti ba o nakasama ang naging desisyon mo? Okay, so I told my parents about my decision of telling my best friend that I am not allowed to attend her birthday party for now because of the pandemic. The outcome was positive because my parents saw my courage to tell my best friend about my health option for my family and my best friend too. Okay, so naging proud pa sa kanya yung kanyang magulang kasi pinili niya yung tamang desisyon, no, na mas makakabuti para sa kanya at para sa buong niyang pamilya, para sila ay manatiling ligtas, no, sa banta ng virus na COVID-19. Okay. So now you can do it. So copy the following activity sheet on a clean sheet of paper and write down your decisions based on the given situation. Your teacher tells you to be the leader of a group. Okay, so I will politely accept it. Especially kung virtual naman, no? You can communicate with your classmates virtually. Pwedeng mag-chat, no? Pwedeng video call, no? So, wala namang, hindi naman masama kung tanggapin mo na maging leader ng group and then, especially kung alam mo na kaya mo naman. Okay. Your parents expect you to stay at home during this pandemic, but your best friend invites you to a birthday party. So, what is your decision? I will not attend the party and explain to my best friend the risk of going out during the pandemic. So, you would rather stay safe with your family than risk the health of your family and yourself by going out and attending the birthday party of your best friend. You saw children playing outside their houses during this pandemic. So, I will tell them nicely to just stay inside their houses because it is still not safe to go out. Okay, so depende, no? Actually, medyo bumababa na at this point in time yung cases. But still, no? Wag pa rin nating i-take yung risk na mamasyal, no? Kailangan pa rin nating sundin yung mga health protocols para manatili tayong ligtas. Okay, so what are your considerations in coming up with the decisions in given situations? And then enumerate your answer. So before coming up with these decisions, I consider the current situation that we have right now. We are still in the middle of this pandemic. That's why going outside is still discouraged for our safety. So kahit na bumaba na yung ang status no nung um ang tawag dito, yung kumbaga yung I mean yung quarantine status, no? I mean yung MECQ, no? Nag-alert level 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So kahit bumababa na, but still dinidiscourage pa rin, no, ang paglabas, especially yung mga bata. Kasi nagsa-start pa lang naman yung pagbabakuna. And so kung hindi pa naman ready, magpa-vaccine, and then wag ka na munang lumabas ng bahay, no? But then I personally believe na vaccines will help, no, na ma-conquer itong pandemic. So again, that is my personal opinion. Okay, so what I have learned. So write a short essay on the importance of making decisions following correct procedures. Relate it to your own personal experience. Okay, so you can insert your own personal experience. So this is a sample of my short essay. The importance of making the right decision. Making the right decision is not easy, especially if we are facing a major decision. For example, you were asked by your parents, no, yung tinanong ka ng magulang mo for your opinion. If you are willing to participate in the face-to-face classes, or you would rather have the blended learning, which is using the module and having the online class. Facing this kind of situation is quite difficult, but following some steps will make you come up with a wise and best decision. So remember, opinion pa lang naman yung hinihingi sa'yo, but tinry kang tanungin, are you willing to go sa face-to-face classes, or you would just have the blended learning? Identifying first your problem will help you come up with some choices or options, and then think of the positive and negative effects of each options. After evaluating your options, ask yourself which of this will help you more. You can also ask the opinion of your parents if you are really torn in between. So nahihirapan ka talaga. So you can ask some help from your parents. Okay. We have to be careful in every decision that we make in life. Our future lies on the decisions that we make. We need to think critically and weigh all the possibilities and options that we have. That way, we can come up with the best and wise decision and will not regret after. So you can add some personal experience, no, in making decisions. So after this paragraph, no, you can insert one or two more paragraph na pwede nyong iangkla, no, sa mga personal experiences nyo, no. For example, nagdesisyon ka na maglaro, na magdamag ng cellphone rather than studying your lesson. So ano yung naging outcome nun? And then try to reflect on that action. Okay, share your thoughts and feelings. So, on a short bond paper, draw the things that you can associate with decision making. So, ano ba yung mga bagay na pwede nating i-associate in decision making? And of course, yung bulb, no, positive and negative sign, pwede nating ilagay yan. So, a person that is thinking, okay, these things would serve as a reminder that you are doing the decision making process properly. Okay, pwede ring maglagay ng timbangan, no? Kasi wini-weigh mo kung ano ba yung mas mabigat, ano ba yung mas magbe-benefit ka and others, no? Kaysa yung ano ba yung harmful na decision. So, yon. Draw as many as you can and color them as desired. At the back, explain your drawings. Okay, so we have to cite. Okay. So, this comes from the module of Homeroom Guidance by the Department of Education. So, these are the citations. And with that, I would like to say thank you very much for being with me again and for this episode of our Homeroom Guidance for Grade 6. So, we are in Module 4. And I hope to see you again in Module 5. So, thank you so much for bearing with me. And I hope to see you again next time. Again, this is Teacher Isa. Thank you and bye-bye.